Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jesus here with the Vambros, and today we have a pretty fun deck that I want to show off. It is Lianorn Phantom. So let's start off here with the ride line. Grade 1 does what all the grade 1s do in D, which is if you want second draw card. The grade 1, or I meant grade 0 for him, but the grade 1 here, when this unit is placed by riding Corfi. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 with Seraphic Note and its card name, or up to 1 Crimson Moon card. So reveal it, add it to your hand, and shuffle the deck. Really cool. It's funny that you either search the Crimson Moon or you have to look at the top 7 with these. It's never just a clear search. And when you do search it with the other ones, it's just adding it to a different zone. Then we run Seraphic Notes Rectino. When it's wrote upon by Lianorn, choose a grade 1 with Seraphic Notes from your drop and call it to rear. And then we have Lianorn. Lianorn has 3 skills. Her continuous is all of your units with Seraphic Notes in their card name get boost and can intercept from the back row. When this unit attacks, if all of your rear guards are rest, counter blast 1, choose one of your units with Seraphic Notes in its card name in a non-middle column, stand it, and increase that unit's power by the power of another of your Phantom rear guards in the same column as that unit until end of turn. The unit gets the red text skill. This unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects and can attack from the back row until the end of your opponent's next turn. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, when you would choose a unit with this ability, instead of choosing one of your units with Seraphic Notes in its card name in a non-middle column, choose up to 1 each of units with Seraphic Notes in its card name in your left and right columns. So instead of restanding 1, you restand 2. I hate this board, to like the bloating of the text for Vanguard cards. Like, I feel like there's definitely a way to reword this. There's definitely a way to reword this where it's not so much like, ugh, you know. Then she has a Phantom skill, which is an axe skill. Bind a Crimson Moon card from your hand, soul, or drop. Search your deck or drop for up to 1 unit card with Seraphic Note in its card name. For each Crimson Moon card in your bind zone, call the search card to rear, and they get 5,000 power until end of turn. If you search your deck, shuffle the deck. This is actually a really cool Phantom skill, especially because like it scales as you keep using your Crimson Moons. So very happy with this. I like this deck because it doesn't utilize, or it's not like, I don't know what people were expecting when they thought that this deck was gonna do the same exact thing that Leonor does, because like none of the Phantom units do a 1-for-1 of what their original counterparts did. So why would they do that with with Lianorn? So that to me makes no sense. I think this is a really cool way of showing what Lianorn, like, this is a really cool flavorful way of recreating Lianorn in Catter Sanctuary, where Lianorn was the band leader in Stoicheia, and so all of her rearguards supported her. But in this one, she is a conductor in an orchestra where she leads and guides her musicians, which is awesome for Catter Sanctuary, because Catter Sanctuary is more so a rearguard centric than a Vanguard centric nation. So I think this is a really smart way of remaking Leonor Phantom. From there, we have 3 more copies of Leonor Phantom because it's our Persona ride. We have 4 copies of Seraphic Notes Sincerity. So she's got 2 skills. When this is discarded from your hand during your ride phase, choose a grade 3 with Lianorn in its name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If either you reveal the grade 3 or greater card of Leonor's card name, I think, yeah, or you have a Vanguard with Leonor. It's so stupid. Just fucking make a keyword for this too. Either Soul Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3 and draw a card. Cool, we have a cycler. I mean, we have a built-in cycler, which is awesome. Then it has a back row, right rear circle skill. When this unit is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lianorn, this unit gets a critical until end of turn. So that's another thing too. I saw that people were like kind of like comparing, is that, oh, her rear guards have to be in specific zones, so she must play just like Heart Luru. I really just think it's to limit. I mean, it's obviously a way to limit what your cards can do. It's kind of like a way to balance it, so I don't really see an issue with it. Like, pretty much what it is, especially with the Vanguard player base, is they see a deck, they read 1 or 2 lines of text, or they actually, like, even if they read all the cards, what they'll go ahead and do is they'll try to compare it to the closest thing ever. And so that's why I think the Standard has gotten this rep of like all the cards do the same, where every deck is Heart Luru now, where like they're clearly making these decks the way they are, either to limit what they can do, otherwise it'd be pretty crazy what you can do with it, or what's it called? I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's all just balancing sake. It's just a sake to balance the decks out. I don't think it's like, oh yeah, they want you to put the square, or they want you to put the cube in the square hole. Like, I don't think that's kind of what the route that they're going. Maybe with Heart Luru, but I don't think this deck has that. We run 4 copies of Seraphic Notes Sukyus. So what he can do is, when this unit is placed on rear circle, counterblast 1, look at the top 7, choose up to 1 with Seraphic Notes, a card with Seraphic Notes in its name, or a Crimson Moon from among them. Reveal it, add it to your hand, shuffle. If you did not reveal anything, countercharge 1. It's crazy that they're giving like searchers that look at the top 7 a countercharge. I feel like if it's like look at the top 3, that should countercharge, because you know it's a heavy cost to look at top 3, but for top 7 cards, I feel like you shouldn't be able to refund that cost, because you have way more cards to search through. Front row right. When this unit is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Leonor in its name until the end of turn, for the battle, this unit attacked. When your opponent would call cards from hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more cards at the same time. Pretty cool. Battle Door. Okay, I completely forgot about Battle Door, and I was talking to 3 to Pass the other day, and I'm like, yeah, there's this name for this type of guard restrict. The same thing that they did with Glory Maelstrom, where like, because it denied Sentinels, that's what they called all those Sentinel guard restricts. Originally were called Glory Skills, and I'm like, I was trying to think of what they called the what's it called? I was trying to think of what they called the ones where you're forced to call more units to the field, and that's Battle Door skills. Anyways, we run 4 copies of where are you? Beltrina? Yeah, Beltrina or something like that. Another Seraphic Note. 2 skills, back row left, rear circle. When this unit is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard, Leonor's name, your Vanguard gets drive +1 until the end of that battle. Now, this card is the reason why I'm pretty sure they gave it all these like back row right, front row left, all that stuff. It's like, imagine having 2 of these and you stand them. Now your Vanguard's doing +5, like 5 drive checks. Like, yes, there's a reason why they specified the location it had to be in. It's not to guide you on how to play the deck, it's literally just to make sure that you don't do them like multiple times. And yeah, you could probably word it in a way where like, oh, you can't do the skill more than once, but I mean, this is a way to prevent word bloat or text bloating. When this unit intercepts from the back row, left rear circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Leonor in its name, and your opponent's attacking unit has attacked 2 or more times, this unit gets 10k shield until the end of that battle. This is honestly a really cool thing that they're doing. I thought it was really neat the fact that they decided to, spoiler alert, put the heal trigger or the skilled heals effects into the units that she's using. Really, really smart. Then we have her counterpart, which is Furkies or Furkties? Yeah, Furkties or Furks. 2 skills, front row left, rear circle. When this unit is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard Leonor in its name, your Vanguard gets a critical until end of turn. When this unit intercepts from the front row left, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Leonor in its name, the attacking unit's critical is 2 or greater, and its critical is increased by the non-trigger effects ability, or its original critical is 2 or greater, this unit gets 10k shield. So it's the other effect, heal. So really, really cool. I love that. That's a really cool thing that they did. Because this is a Phantom deck, I am running 4 copies of Koflagan, because Koflagan will get you your Crimson Moons. We run 2 copies of the only grade 1 in the deck. Everything else is a grade 2. But back row, center, rear, when your unit with Leonor in its name is attacked, you can retire it, and that unit gets 15k until into battle. I just run 2 because you could start calling them from deck as soon as you do your Phantom skill, and then, you know, obviously if you guard with it, you can just call it from drop. I run 2 because I don't believe in one-offs in Vanguard, because if you damage it, then you're kind of cooked. If I damage 2, then I guess I can say goodbye to using that for guard. We run 4 PGs. 1 can be an Elementaria. Twin cast. I think the deck does a pretty good job searching and filling up the field. So I like to run if the deck doesn't have a problem with building a board, then you really should just opt into a more defensive strategy. You could probably also go to a Chalice or Gradius Gradle or something like that, like the Persona Ride Regalis piece, just because Persona Ride's important. You want to get your numbers in. From there, obviously, because it's a Phantom deck, we run 4 copies of Crimson Moon. Run the best one. You can run either, it doesn't matter. Just LARP that you have the double rare if you whiff on the rare. As far as the Uber triggers go, I'm running blue. There is an argument to running red OT as well. As well as the purple, but I think blue is good, especially because obviously you're gonna have the card that lets you get drive +1 if you restood it. And there's another one that I believe increases. Well, there's another one that I believe increases your Vanguard's critical by 1. So if you're attacking for triple drive consistently, especially with a crit, this card just becomes extra lethal if you check it. We run triple fronts. I haven't tested draws to the new draws yet. I don't think I want to do the new draws in this one, just because I feel like she's going to be able to search the deck a lot more, or with a lot more ease. Then we do 4 copies of any heal trigger. You could do the effect heals too to be extra greedy with shield. And then we run 8 critical. But yeah, that's the deck. I honestly truly think that this is a really cool way of bringing Lianorn back to what she originally was meant to be, which is a conductor. She works off of her rear guards, similar to how she originally was when she first came out. But in my opinion, I think the flack that this deck is getting online is a little bit silly, kind of a bit much. So I don't know. I think it's a really cool deck. I know I'm biased to Keter units, but I mean, it's just really cool. But I got something to ask. Why the fuck are all of the Phantom Keter units turning into angels? Hashtag noticing, Bushy Road. Hashtag noticing. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you noticed, you saw that there's no Sir Gown or no Nebula Knight's Order. Honestly, I think this deck is really cool. The way that they built it, they made it so that it works off of its own. You don't even need the cycler for you don't even need like the generic cycler for Phantom units. So honestly, this deck is potentially like super cheap, and it's super fun to play. So like, this is a major dub. Like, I think this deck is super cool. I think this deck definitely has the potential to be decent. But you know, that's up. You know, that time will tell. We don't know the rest of the stuff that's coming out in the new set, and I don't like to judge a deck too much or too harshly, or I don't want to hype it up too much until it's actually out into a tournament ecosystem. So, you know, give this deck a try. In the comments, everything's linked down below, so you can print out the proxies as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.